AP Computer Science A, Unit 4, the class composition model. I'm going to help you guys out with P4A. You should have already watched the note video. I kind of give you a preview of it. So let's see. Let's open up BlueJ. Now we're going to use P3A as a building off of. That was our song class. So I will open that up. I'm going to open up P3A and save it as P4A. I don't want to lose all the P3A stuff. So let's see. I have I'm going to close that project. Say project, open project. Okay. And let's see. AP CSA 2020. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to say project save as. I'm going to put it in a new folder. So let's create a unit 4 folder, unit 4. Open that up. I'm going to call it P4A project. So there we go. So we already have this song class in here, which is fine. We can leave that the way it is. Should have good toString, and you guys had to add some stuff like get runtime and things like that. Now, I don't think mine has get runtime in it. So might be some little things there. So what we're going to do is we're going to say new class, and this is we're going to create the MyPhone class. All right, MyPhone class. For now, we'll open it up. We're going to get rid of everything that's there. So we're going to say public class iPhone, curly braces, private instance variables, private string. You could do a little whatever you want. I'm gonna do color. I'm gonna do private int memory capacity and private song. We're going to start with an array called song library, and we should wait to initialize it in the constructors. So in the constructors, that's what comes next. Public iPhone. You guys should be getting pretty good at this. This is a 0R constructor, so we just put empty parentheses. And here we'll say color equals null, just for objects. Initially, memory capacity equals 0. And then song library. So there's a couple ways we could do this. So song library 0 equals null, song library 1 equals null, song library 2 equals null, song library 3 equals null. You know what? We actually haven't initialized it yet, so that's going to cause a problem. Let's say I'm going to make it a size 5. So before that, we would say song library equals new. And the way we create an array is we say the type of thing that's going to be in it, brackets the size. So I don't know, I'm just going to go with, I actually change it to 4. I can get rid of one of my songs here. anyways, that's kind of like, since we're going to just put null in all of them, why don't we just use like a for loop instead? So I'm going to comment that out. Now, by the way, you guys know how to comment a whole bunch of stuff out, /* and then /*. It comments all of that out. So then // So what would be probably better is to use a for loop in this scenario. Int index equals 0. Index is less than song library dot length, no parentheses, index plus plus. I guess I should maximize this. All right. And curly brace, we could say song library index equals null. I would just fill it all with nulls. So that seems like a good zero-hour constructor. Multi-hour constructor would be public MyPhone string initial color. I'll show you guys the new thing. So we could, instead of saying initial color, we could say color, use the same exact name, which is potentially confusing. Int memory capacity. And then we're going to bring in a song array of songs. We'll just call it song library. So I'm using the exact same names as the private instance variables. And some of you guys have seen this, but this would be the appropriate way of doing it. So we would say this dot color. So that means that's the private instance variable from this class equals color, which is the one that's coming in through the argument. So that's what you want to do. This dot is saying, okay, use the one memory capacity equals memory capacity this dot. This dot song library equals song library. And so we wouldn't need to initialize it because we're bringing it in. And 3, oops, I didn't comment on the last one either. End 3 arg constructor and 0 arg constructor. Sometimes they call it the default constructor. 0 arg. So we got our constructors. Let's see. So then, we could do getters and setters. I'm not going to do that right now. One thing I'm going to have you guys do, I'm not going to do it for you, but public int, you're going to create a method called total playtime. And this is the header for it. And int method total playtime. So you want to get the total playtime. So you're going to use get runtime. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and help you guys do it. So a for loop would be really good. So a for loop for, I think I'm gonna let you guys do it. So you guys are gonna do this one. It's gonna return an int. You might create a variable to keep track of the total so far. Use a for loop to go through each one. And you also probably want to use get runtime from your song class. You're also going to need to do another method called public void delete all songs, 0 arg method. And so this is where you're going to delete all the songs in method delete all songs. You're going to replace them with null. So it's kind of like if there's a bunch of songs in there, you're going to get rid of them and just put null in there. Now, one of the things I am going to help you with is, in this one's going to actually help you on those previous ones. We're going to do a toString together. So we always like to do a toString. That creates a nice printable version of our class. So we could say, now this one's going to be more involved. So I'm going to create a variable for sure. I don't know, call it message or something. And I want to make a nice printable version. So we could say MyPhone plus, so it's a MyPhone object. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to give it a new line. Plus, now I'm going to go to the next line. That has no effect on the printout, but this is kind of mimicking what it's going to look like though too. So that might be helpful. Color, colon, extra space, plus the color, and then we'll do another new line, /n, plus. So again, I'm just going to the next line also, so it's not one huge line. Memory, oops, memory capacity plus memory capacity. It's called concatenation when you add strings together, you add other things that aren't strings and make them into strings, and you're just kind of piecing things together. So let's see. Now, next part is the song library. And this is where it starts to get tricky. Song library. And I'm going to list all the songs in song library. Maybe use their the toString from the song class. So I'm going to stop there and you say, okay, well, we've done that much so far. So how? Okay, we've built it, but we need to add on all the songs. So we're going to keep adding on the message, but how are you going to add all the songs? Well, probably should use like a for loop. For, I'm going to go new one. For int index. And so this is the type of thing that'll help you even on the other two methods. For loops are going to be really helpful for this. Index equals 0. Index is less than song library dot length index plus plus curly braces. Kind of like to close them right away. And for, and then the whole coloring thing happens. So what I'm going to do is message equals the current message so far plus song library index. So I'm going to pull the song out of the array, but then I'm also going to add a new line to it so that the next song's on the next line. Now, this is going to make use of the toString in the song class. So hopefully you have that worked out. Now, after that, it should all be constructed. It's going to go through the for loop and add all the songs onto what we already had. So we first did this, and now we're adding each song onto it. And so now at this point, it should be a nice fully version. We can say return message. So end method toString. Let's see, did I don't think I closed my class yet. End class MyPhone. So anyways, that's kind of an interesting way to build a toString, a little more complicated now. But using a for loop like this to traverse the array to do the previous methods, get total runtime, delete all songs, for loop is going to help that. Now that's the MyPhone. Now, if I close it, it's going to be interesting. And we compile it. Look, there's another oops, I didn't mean to do that. There's another arrow going from MyPhone to song. And what that shows you, I'm trying to get this to look better. Yeah, it's not gonna work. What that shows you is that song driver has songs in it. MyPhone has songs in it. So this dash line means that MyPhone has these in it. Now we're actually going to go back and change the song driver and change the name of it actually. We call it MyPhone driver. So MyPhone driver, because we're trying to test out the MyPhone. So in here, let's see. So we're going to use some songs. I have some songs here from before. I mean, I could probably just get rid of most of this and start over. So we're going to create, we got to create the things that we're going to pass as a constructor. So we got to create an array of songs. I'm going to call it song library 1, kind of more specific. So just song, it's going to hold songs. We're going to have hold 4. And then we're just going to put the songs in there. Song library 1, 0 equals new song. So you can create the song as you put it in. Beatles, title revolution. Oops, it's supposed to be a string. It's going to cost $159 and true for downloadable and $257 for song length and $1968 for year released. So I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to do a bunch of Beatles songs. So I'm going to take advantage of this and copy it and paste it. Okay, and so we'll just do, all right, 1, 2, 3. My next one will be I want to hold your hand. Okay, its price is going to be, I don't know, 129, true, 146 seconds long, 1864. I think I actually looked these up to try and make it seem more accurate. Okay, the next one's going to be Here Comes the Sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun. That's it. All right, 199. True. 208. Released in 1969. And the next one. So this is all stuff we were doing before. Okay, the next one is going to be Let It Be. And that will be 179 true, 236 length, release date 1970. So you guys can do your own. Okay, I'm just doing it. So I've created the song library that we need to pass. So I'm going to say MyPhone phone 1 equals new MyPhone. So we use a constructor. You got to do new. I'm going to give it a color. I'm going to call it. I'm going to say this one's white. 64 memory capacity. Song library 1 will be passed in, and so that should create a MyPhone. And then what we can do to test it out, make sure our constructor works. System.out.println. So this will do a number of things. If we put phone 1 in there, it should, we don't have to do .toString. That should print it out. It should also show us if our toString's working, and show if our constructor worked. And put just another blank line there. Change this. My phone driver. So we're going to want to test out the other things in there, right? So, you know, system.out.println. We want to try out the total playtime, but let's print something with it so we know what it is. And it's just the number, total playtime is plus. Now we call it on a phone one. Phone one is phone object. The method is dot total playtime at 0 arg. You got to put the parentheses though. So that's how we could test that out. And you know, maybe put another line just to separate things so it looks nice when it gets printed out. Also, we want to test out the delete all songs system.out. Well, we wouldn't do that yet. We would say phone one dot delete all songs. Test that out, and then to see if it did it, we do system.out.println and just print out the phone one again, and it should now show you that has no songs in it, a bunch of null, right? So I'm gonna let you guys figure out delete all songs and total runtime. Maybe giving you some hints in the previous video for total runtime. And then we're also going to be updating our student class from P4B, and also maybe trying to change these to then use array lists, which is kind of a newer idea that we're going to try and get used to. So anyways, that's it for now. Now, if I go back here and I compile, oops, I didn't like that. Oh, now, by the way, hey, here's something cool I forgot to mention. You guys hopefully by now are aware of these shortcuts. So we could do the same thing. We could say message plus equals song library index plus new line. So this would do the same thing. So that's sort of a shortcut for adding something to itself. Can we do that a lot, right? So missing return statement. Okay, so it's not going to compile right now because it expects a return. We can just say return. You can just say return. This is void, so it's fine with me not having any code there. Okay, return 5. I'm just going to do that so it compiles because I want to show you guys something. So if we go back here, the MyPhone driver now, it's interesting. It's pointing to the MyPhone because the MyPhone driver has MyPhones in it, and the MyPhones have songs. But the MyPhone driver, remember, we actually created some songs in it, so it has songs in it. So the MyPhone driver has both of these classes. So these arrows actually make sense. You kind of want to make these look nice, and these kind of pictures, it's called Uml Diagrams, and we actually use them quite a bit in this class. And it's kind of a good way to start sketching out a program before you even start doing the code, just to show the relationship between things. That's it. Yeah, there we go.